Howdy, folks. I am Charles Deering. I'm in the upper left-hand corner. John Cousins to the right. He's up in Canada. Herb Hooper down on the bottom. We can start by telling people where they can be found. John, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook on John P.A. under John P.A. Cousins or on Wood If I Could group there. You can find me on YouTube under Wood If I Could Scroll Saw Portrait and Designs. And you can find me on Instagram as well.
And thank you, John. And his last name is spelled Cosens, not Cousins.
Yeah.
So there's that, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Herb Hooper, the world's most loyal viewer.
Yep, you can find me all over the place. I may be in Texas, I may be in London, I may be in Canada.
He may be in the doghouse, by God.
That's true.
Appreciate you being here, sir. And I am Charles Deering. And Josh Grover out in the chat seems to be the only one active. He's my go-to frame color. He says hello, John and Herb.
Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
He didn't say hi to Charles, but he is here. And hello, Chad Benton, watching over on YouTube. So we're gonna get back on this. Now for those that might be new to this live stream, this wood has some what I call punky spots in it. It's not consistently the same. What's the word? Not hardness. What's the word for that?
Density.
So I keep hitting soft spots, and the back side of the wood is also pretty fibrous. So I'm actually having trouble staying straight on the straight line. So I'm gonna have to cut slightly slower than normal in some spots. Not all of them, don't worry. Then Brian Bradburn has joined us over on YouTube, Florida Woodwork, saying, "What the Sam hell is going on here? How you doing, Dave Jones?" Y'all check out everybody that's on here. If they have a YouTube channel, check them on out, by God. I'm not the only one out there. I know that's another shot. But there's that. So those lovely voices you'll hear in the background, hopefully reading comments and questions, will be John Cousins in what we call it, Canada, and Herb Hooper over in Fort Worth.
Hello. Oh, there, folks.
Got a little bit of wind noise in your mic there, Herb.
I
That
guess
film is weird.
I stood up next to the fan.
I mean, it's still blowing in your mic. Not to be a butt nugget, but yeah, it's 108 heat index here in Gatesville. It's pretty darn warm. Been that way for the last 2 or 3 hours. 108. It's like walking into an oven. Anyway, so what was I going to say? And Josh Grover, being Josh Grover, asked if I'm going to cut the roof yet. That roof will likely be one of the last things I do because they're long, straight lines. But I did cut that shadow line there. You're welcome, Josh. And so we're going to get going. We have 6 people watching. Which platforms there? Or now it's 5. 3 on YouTube, 2 on Facebook. Y'all feel free to comment questions if you see fit. As long as it's family friendly, one of us will repeat it. And Josh knows I don't use flat. Josh says use a straight blade for the roof. Well, yeah, me using a straight blade, it would act like I was using a zigzag blade. Anyway.
Because you won't get that rustic look.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're going to do a straight line and it gets a little wiggly, just tell people it's rustic, especially on a building like this. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so this is using number 5 flat-ended spiral Flying Dutchman blades. 2 pieces of 1/4-inch maple ply, about 35 inches wide by about 24 inches tall, and using a Hegner 22-inch saw, and we're ready to roll. That is, if John and Herb will allow me to begin.
Go right ahead, sir.
Roll
John,
on.
All right, thank you. It's scroll on, not roll on, mister.
Roll on, sir.
All right, you Canadians. Thank everybody for taking time out of their day to get come watch this. We know you got a choice.
Yeah, go outside and sweat or sit here and watch the comical scrolling show.
It is comical. And right off the bat, I got some straight lines because of the fence, but It could be rustic, so you never know. Got my stool stuck on something. Bear with me. I'll get going.
Did you say you got your stool stuck on something?
The stool I'm sitting on, yes, it was.
It's not that kind of show, Charles.
I know. And I have the laptop where all the comments are is like 15 miles away from me because of the size of this piece. So I definitely need y'all's help reading. And for those that don't see the whole picture and haven't seen what we're working on, this is what we're working on. Except, God forbid, it be this small. All right. It only took me 6 minutes and we're ready to roll. I'm already caught on something. Going slow on this straight line.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Josh over on YouTube saying, Charles, you mean your floor is dirty again?
Yeah. I made the cut cleanly. I just, when I was bringing the blade back, I chewed into the wood. Just went on.
Barry from Real Simple Things is over joining us over on YouTube now. Says, good evening, Charles.
Sure.
Good evening, Barry. How's everything over there?
And so thank you to Herb and John for doing it. As much crap as I give them, I couldn't do this without them. Not as smoothly anyway. John is our unpaid comedian. Or AKA mainly because he says things that get pretty good to him. Not all scrolling will be this slow. It's only what you're straight line.
Okay, I'm back. I had to call the big boss. Yeah, if she don't get 2 phone calls a day, she gets worried.
Yes, Josh over on YouTube's asking if you changed your mic because the saw is really loud and we can't hear you.
You're kidding me, right?
No.
Well, I may have had my, part of it's the wood. It's, somebody, I believe it was John that noticed that last night. It just cuts louder. The density of the wood is really messing with things when I'm used to. So I'll just start talking louder. Freddie Sandrine Frischio. He said something about spirals.
Is that one spiral blade?
Yes, I can only use one at a time. It is a number 5 spiral blade. I guess what he means is, or am I using a spiral? Yes, it's a number 5 flat-ended
Yep.
Flying Dutchman. Howdy, Mac. Long time no see. Yeah, for some reason this is out of the same batch I bought, but you know, every now and then you can get a sheet that's not like all the other sheets. One of these sheets is not like the other. Anyway, so yeah, it's more dense and it's got dense spots in it, but it's got a lot of soft spots in it, and it for some reason it's cutting louder. It's more fibrous than usual. All kinds of fun stuff.
Hello, Mimi. Me.
Hello, Mimi Lowe's, watching over on Facebook.
Hello, Mimi.
Yes, we missed you, sir.
Mac Pierce is on Facebook as well, or no, Mac Pierce is on here as well from YouTube.
Yes, sir. Gonna take me a swig of our favorite energy drink. Although it doesn't give me energy, it's practically my blood type. It's been around for so long. You should see my office right now. It looks like a Dr. Pepper bottling company. Except I'm doing it wrong because they're all empty. And sorry about the technical problems last night. Tee. All right. Y'all are being entirely too quiet. It always worries me when y'all do that.
Technical difficulties?
Something like that.
I'm just trying to get some coffee into me.
Coffee.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my head farther away from the cutting so it doesn't pick up the noise. And I'm doing fine on the cut. It's bringing the blade back, then I'm chewing up all the lines. Don't like them technical difficulties. Sometimes I'm the technical difficulty, but that's intentional.
It was a good Saturday stroll in the afternoon, but everybody's so quiet on the chats out there.
Everybody here in Texas is trying to find a cool place to be.
Cool place to be is right here on YouTube. That was a good segue, wasn't it? Well, I thought it was. Now remember, if you're doing a straight line and it ends up wavy, it's rusted.
Mac over on YouTube is just saying we're plotting our next misadventure, Charles.
Absolutely.
Oh, Josh says hashtag poo poo.
I definitely can't do a straight line if I'm laughing, so I'm trying to just special moves or something.
Max asking how the weather's up in Canada. It's a nice sunny day. It's nice and cool out right now. It is. I'm looking at the temperature up right now.
I don't want to know.
And I'll do the conversion for y'all. Wow, that's pretty nice outside, actually. It is a nice sunny 60 degrees out right now.
Yeah. There's only a heat index of 108 here. I mean, it gets to a point where it's hot enough you can't do anything. You can't, there's some temperatures you can just pretend past, but you can't ignore 108 degrees. I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, Josh saying down in Northwest Illinois, they're getting everything back to normal after the power was out for 3 days.
Yeah. But my frames are almost done. That's what matters. All that, and
Your butt frames? Matt saying they got a rainy day in West Virginia. It's in the 70s, so nice and cool out there. Well, everything's bigger in Texas, so it's gonna have to be hot.
Yeah, just slightly.
It's because of everybody's inflated egos letting out all their hot air.
Can you still hear that fan?
No, sir.
Good.
Mimi over on Facebook says she's got coffee gone on a road trip and now getting ready to head to my saw. It's hot there, so she's going to have the fan on for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad these aren't important straight lines, because this wood is just not letting me stay on straight lines very easily. And my eyesight going to crap is not helping. Give me a little bit of wind now, Herb.
Josh Grover, John, are you still in the wrong? Still wrong, or are you still in the corner?
See, I think Josh is an instigator in this whole situation here.
Yeah. That's kind of his thing. Why don't you ever have Carrie on your live streams, like as part of the live stream? Just saying.
Because it's in my shop. She was on a couple weeks ago. Herb, you saw Carrie when she was doing the staining and stuff, right?
Yeah, she was in there doing his all the staining.
All right. Well, I was corrected.
And that's when I said that I had 2 cameras going, and each camera adds 10 pounds.
That's why she doesn't do live streams with you anymore. I'm just in the doghouse for a week.
I'm surprised he ain't out of the doghouse yet.
That's why I'm in my shop.
Where it's safe.
Here's your mic says, hello, guys and gals.
Howdy, mister.
Hello, Mr. Mike. How's it going again today? Yeah, keep an eye on your news feed, because basically it's going to be an everyday scroll saw with Charles.
Every now and then we get 2 live feeds done. And being that I started this early, you never know.
I was teaching this if you was planning on another one tonight.
I never really outright plan them. It just depends on how I feel at the time. So you can't really schedule things around me because I don't have set times for run stuff.
Yeah, like Josh says, his doghouse is the shop. They go in the house to hide, or they go in the shop to hide.
Yeah. How many victims do we have watching?
There's 5 over on YouTube and 6 on Facebook.
Yeah.
That would make 11.
Yes, sir. Much obliged,
Oh.
everybody.
We got 7 on
off?
Facebook.
Max says we're better to be than the shop.
Yes, sir. Or picking up your lottery check. I mean, that's another option for a bump.
I couldn't win the lottery if I had the winning ticket in my hand.
Well, then that case, give me all your tickets.
Somebody find some way to shaft it out of me.
Well, Mr. Hoosier Mike is asking what happened on the show last night. He had to go to bed.
We have lovely technical errors every once in a blue moon. Herb
Technical difficulties.
Herb likes to sabotage my show every now and then.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of wind there again, Herb. See what happens when you try to get comfortable. The wind's going to mess everything up. Just messing with you.
And the heat index is 110.
Yep. Still showing 108 here. Somebody got a message.
Must have been John.
Yeah, it's me.
You can tell your friends you're at work right now, earning a paycheck. I'm just kidding.
It's all my friends over in Britain.
In the Britain? That's funny. And yes, I snorted, but it was on purpose.
John, you watch Mark this morning?
No. Well, I know. I actually was watching the last of the shows on Sons of Anarchy, so I could finish that all up.
Good series. That was one of my favorite shows.
I missed Mark's show, and then I got doing some housework, and then I missed part of Andy's show. Then I came to the shop, and then I started doing my own work, and then Charles come on, so now I can't finish mine.
Yeah, I screw up John's work schedule quite often. That's what I do. I feel like I can't get that magical camera angle, but I guess that's better do. Josh says, "What have you been doing? 3 live feeds and not even that far into it?" I don't know. Ask John. He was here.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, not every live stream is 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Herb.
It wasn't nothing. Go ahead.
Part of it was the punky wood. I had to stop and sand the back of it, and that took at least 8 hours. I don't know. I was here. Everything I've done on camera can be vouched for. I just don't remember what all it was. That's why I'm going to resort to asking John what I did. Technical.
Yeah, Mac. They're blaming John for lack of progress. Blame Canada.
Gotta have somebody to blame.
Are you able to hear me any better out there over the talk? I'm trying not to lean in as far with my face so the mic isn't close to it.
No, I still hear the saw, but
Y'all see how everything, it won't happen now that I brought it up, but when I'm doing these sideways cuts, every now and then you'll see the piece jump over it. That's dealing with the real fibrous nature of the wood this time. Well, it's happening this direction too. That's why you don't see me going consistently. It kind of jumps a little bit. So I'm having to adjust to that the whole time. That's part of it, Josh, seriously, is having to scroll slightly slower because of the weird nature of the wood. once we get to all the bushes and stuff, it'll go pretty darn quick because you don't have to be careful on those lines. Not as careful anyway. Unless it's a well-known bush, you know, it's just a bush, so there's that. Yep. Josh is asking if something's catching on the bottom, just making it jump like that. I think the majority of it is, no, there is some vinyl peeling up here, but I think the majority of it is the fibrous wood. But yeah, now that he said that, I am finding a spot of the shell paper that's sticking up, which takes the fun out of it, actually, if you ask me. When it keeps catching on crap. If I wasn't live, I would take the time to just put another layer of shell paper on here. I wouldn't have to deal with all the little catches and crap. But it's somewhat avoidable as long as I don't push down real hard on the piece while I'm cutting it. It just means I have to cut a little slower is all. But if it gets to catching real bad, I don't know what I'll do. Slap another piece of shell paper on there, I guess. John, when you stay quiet, it worries me.
Yeah, Mac wants to know if that's cheap wood that Wes supplied to Charles.
Well, and it's just the nature of wood and plywood. It's, you know, not every batch has completely awesome quality. Most of the wood from this stack was pretty good. This is one of the lesser ones. First time I've had to deal with this since I started doing these live streams. You know, if I could find the pilot hole, we'd be getting going good.
Okay, I'll put it back.
All right, I'd sure be much obliged. Come on now. No, I did not ice pick all the holes, so that's on me. I've already cut there. My depth perception is not getting any better. Good lordy, there's only so many places it can be, man. That is ridiculous. And I know somebody says, you can find another one. Well, nope. Okay, it's time to do some ice pick crap. You're going to get there, don't you worry. We always find a way to get there. Let me bump the camera in the meantime.
Okay, Josh, I'll quit moving the pilot holes and kind of have a little fun.
See how shredded up that is just from cutting? That is literally taking all the fun out of it. And I don't remember which pilot hole I was wrestling with. Probably somewhere in here. It. Yeah, the way this wood is tearing up on the back really is taking all the fun out of it. Not all of it, most of it. Very, very, very fibrous. I mean, you could probably see that, right? I mean, how torn up it is.
Yep.
Quite frustrating. Even doing the ice pick crap, it's tearing it up. That is the technical term, ice pick crap. And y'all saw me sanding it, so I mean, it's not like I didn't do something. Oh well.
Maybe it's too hot in your shop. Your wood's drying out too quick.
Ain't no telling, baby.
It could also be the glue that they use too, though.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that Chinese plywood with that COVID in it.
I'm not going to do every single pilot hole, just the ones I'm near. Yeah, just pushing the ice pick in, it's unbelievably soft and fibrous. I don't know if that's a hole or not.
So is that an ice pick or just an awl?
I guess it's an ice pick. I don't know.
That looks like an awl.
Sharpie. Okay, we'll call it an awl. It's a pointy thing.
Ice pick has a different handle on it. Did you know that?
Well, yeah, but I don't generally deal with ice picks.
What
So
is
I
it?
just call it a long pointy thing. Yeah,
You get to Texas, you get just freaking big blocks of ice delivered to your house for your air conditioning.
No, we use air conditioners. This ain't Eskimo country where we use igloos and ice blocks.
Oh my God.
Just saying. People might think Texas is all deserts, but we do have houses and AC and all kinds of stuff. Alright, we'll make this the last one. With my awl. Okay, maybe this one will be the last one. Let's hope I got the pilot hole I was wrestling with, otherwise I just wasted a whole bunch of time. Ugh. Where was that? I gotta look. I gotta bump the camera one more time and make sure I got the one I was aiming for.
Like I said, they don't have ice in Texas, John.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Try this again. Please stand by. And I'll adjust the camera here directly. See what happens when you use your awl? It went right through there, I tell you what. Expert camera work here, by the way. Alright, we have 12 people watching. If y'all have any comments or questions, feel free to ask. It's okay to be a beginner.
Josh said you still won't find that pilot hole.
Do like, sir, I done found it. Now what you gonna do?
Me, I'm gonna mute myself. I gotta send a text message to somebody.
Alright.
You gotta mute yourself and send a text? That'll make no sense.
Probably sounds and stuff.
I don't type, I speak.
Oh yeah, text to speech. Yeah, but you got too much of an accent. One time I tried to do speech to text, telling my wife we needed burritos, and it translated to we need embryos. And I was pretty confident we didn't need embryos. Just burritos.
Okie dokie.
All right, let's do this.
My fingers are too fast to try to type on the keyboard.
Just get a little bit of a noise, though. Sorry, I'm not trying to make you turn off your fan. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I've said this before, but this wood being so moody like this is actually taking the fun out of doing this project, and I'm gonna try to stick with it. Herb, your wind noise is getting worse.
Herb did what?
Your wind noise is getting worse.
Yep.
Or you could just join the live stream from inside of the refrigerator. Okay. Get a little crank after a while, though.
Josh says, when are you gonna unstack the cut and just cut a single layer?
One is something I don't think could sell someday. That is a legitimate reason, though. It means I'm cutting 3 projects at once. So I won't have to recut it if one sells. Yeah, that cutting can slow down as well. But imagine me doing this funky wood with one layer, it would be even more sloppy. I'd have to go even slower if you think about it.
If you go too slow, Charles, we'll have to put you in the special class.
What are you talking about? I teach the special class.
Mr. Al from Kilroy's Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop.
Al Forte. Howdy, Al.
Al seems to have a lot of forte.
Yeah.
Hello, Al.
Hey Al, I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Will
so-
you marry him? That's right.
I was watching somebody else's show, and I see all these people that have all these maker coins that Al Forte sent them. And I'm like, you know what? I got to hit Al up for one of those, considering I helped him design them.
Well, Al doesn't love us as much.
Yeah, I know. And on Sundays I'm usually on his show anyway, talking to him, watching him do stuff on his 3D printer and his CNC. And how's your palette project coming along?
You said the B word.
Palette. He'll send me one. Awesome, Dal. Thanks a lot.
That's how you get what you want. Guilt trip people.
Yeah. Oh, I need stickers. I need people to send me stickers so I can put them on my Team Scroll Saw sticker board that I'm building.
Okay, y'all seen that whenever, even if I do good on a straight cut, when I go to bring the blade back, that's when it chews into the wood. So this, from now, when I'm doing the straight lines like this, I'm gonna turn off the saw to bring it back to where I already started cutting. That's if I can stay on the line to begin with. Wait, let me turn the piece a little bit. That's as far as I can turn it because of the limitations of the saw. So.
So Al says he's working on his pallet project. He's working on the engine nacelles, but the belt broke on his lathe. He's trying to figure out how to replace it. He has an idea, but it will entail a hammer and a vise. LOL. Have you ever thought just about putting it into a drill?
He doesn't chew it up as bad if I turn off the saw when I'm returning the blade to where I started.
Josh telling Al just to get a bigger hammer, fix the lathe.
Yes, sir.
Max says every good idea involves a hammer and a vise. Great ideas involve bigger hammers.
And they all start with hold my beer. Oh wait, that's a bad idea. Y'all see that piece jumping a little bit when I'm cutting this line? It's not jumping big because I'm not going very fast, but it's jumping.
Jump, jump. Mac Daddy says, jump, jump.
That's crisscross, not Mac Daddy.
See? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Mac Daddy was one of the crisscross kids' names.
All right. I don't keep up.
Keep up. Rick, what was that? 80s? Mid
Somewhere in
80s?
there. Yeah, but I don't memorize every song of every genre. Alrighty then. When it's not a straight cut, I can cut as quick as I want. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Do I have an easy logo? No, I don't have an easy logo.
And why not screw things up by breaking the blade? Yeah, it happens. But it's rustic. That's gonna be our go-to.
Rustic.
Okay, fellers and ladies, we got them, drink them.
Yep.
Drink them if you got them.
Yep. Or just some money.
Wished I could train this cat to go get me a cup of coffee.
Wish I could train that cat to bring me money.
You'd only spend it.
Duh, that's what it's for.
I wish somebody would tell my wife that.
My wife thinks just because she earns the money, she's the only one that should spend it. I'm kidding. Come on now. I earn money every now and then. Every now and then. And the official record of time for every now and then would be like once or twice a year. Did I mention it's slightly hot here?
Slightly.
Yeah. Well, Josh was saying that might have been the problem. Bad blade. I wish I could say that, Josh, but this ain't the first blade I've used. Could just be a bad scroller, but I'm going to go with bad wood.
Yeah, I second that.
Because if you watch closely, I mean, they're not big jumps because I'm going slow in such small detail, but watch when I go sideways, you can see the wood jump a little bit. Because it's hitting soft spots and fibers and all kinds of stuff. Kind of hard to see, I guess. I can definitely feel it when I'm cutting now.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Are you going to make it a Windex steak?
hit soft spots, I'm having good luck doing those straight lines.
Josh. Ah.
Did I even ask what he said?
Josh says rookie scroller.
Uh-huh. That's how Josh talks when he likes you, or pretends to. Trying to get some of the waves out of this line. Better than it was. But we are reducing the amount of straight lines left. Did I mention I'm scared to death of the root there? Yeah. That's going to be a booger. I got that. I can see clearly now. A song stuck in my head. Thanks. Oy. He's so hot, I know. And because of how funky this wood is, I have a feeling some of the cuts that are close together might skip off the veneer, so I may have to make a few design changes as I go. Whenever I knock off the veneer, I don't like the look of it, so I alter it. Cuidado dia. Look at that perfectly straight line, baby. I'm only pointing that out because I'll probably screw up this next one. Well, at least that's my proof I can stay on the line. Y'all are being too quiet. It's like having a child stay too quiet, you're doing something wrong. No.
Rustic.
That's funny right there, I tell you what. Now, some of these times it sucks when you go by the picture because these two posts here this is like the shadows of the rivets or bolts, whatever they are, and they're not as round over here. I should have just made them round.
Mimi's asking, does anyone's hands get sore after scrolling for a long time?
Yeah.
It depends what you consider a long time.
I get calluses because I bear down on the knob too much.
If you're cutting one of Charles's patterns, then yes, it's a long time.
Love you too, John.
But if you're cutting just like a regular pattern, then it's only about 6 to 24 hours, maybe.
That's funny because I can probably count on one hand how many of my projects John has cut. But apparently, he doesn't want to spend a month cutting.
I could probably cut every one of your patterns in this book, Charles, in 2 weeks.
Well, they're small. I cut them in 2 weeks each. I'm kidding.
Hello, Lawrence. Glad you can make it.
How long, Baldy? That could be a record for the quickest I ever found a pellet hole. You're welcome.
Was there hair on it?
Thank you.
Hey. There's women and children and sissy men watching. Why do I have 2 cigarettes lit? Well, one went out in my defense. At least we're done with a lot of the straight lines for now. Plus, it's rustic.
Max says, Charles, we all know those calluses are from opening balls of Dr. Pepper.
Well, no, they're not screwed on that tight.
And Josh says he thinks he's only cut 2 of your patterns.
One of them was the Home of the Brave because of the Free, or Home of the Free because of the Brave. This is the only callus I have that's because of Dr. Pepper. That's from years of the lip of that 2-liter Dr. Pepper. That's what that one is. I'm a dedicated veteran.
I'm surprised you haven't made a cap opener out of wood yet.
Well, it's a screw-off cap. Why would you do a cap opener?
Why not? So you don't get calluses.
Well, it's not that hard to do that.
But you get calluses after 20 years.
Well, yeah, calluses make you look like you work hard. I tell
Manly.
you what, out in the field opening Dr. Pepper bottles.
Josh is asking about them rustic lines on the roof.
And rustic lines are going to be real rusty. Why the hell did I even add lines to that roof, dagnabbit? I should have just left it blank. Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Mimi says, hey, John, I am trying to cut the green outline on the pattern that I am cutting, and yes, it is a bit easier to see.
Yeah, see, so all you gotta do is ask questions and people will give you answers to different ways of doing things.
You sound like you're talking through your neck, John.
What?
When you answered that, it sounded like you were talking through your neck, like the phone was up against your neck or something.
Yes, Mimi. When people ask questions, we will find lots of answers for you, and there's always different ways to do one thing.
That was much better.
Thank you.
Was that a lot more enunciated for you?
Yes, sir. Pretty good, drink Canadian. You know, anybody just watching this show for the first time, Amy, this guy is a Canadianist. I actually like John. We just give each other crap, or I give him crap. Most of his crap he gives me is off the air, or he likes to derail the show more than I do.
Excuse me. What is it you're talking about?
About you burn hell. Oh, Josh got you there. You were still wrong. Yeah, at least John had power for a week. Sorry, I was trying to stick up for you, John.
It's only one person's opinion that really matters on the show anyway, so I'll let him have it.
Well, I'm not going to assume it's mine.
Definitely not mine.
I guess it's John.
My opinion matters on the show, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right then. Then I'm right.
Yeah. Well, your opinions aren't facts. Just saying.
You just agreed that I was right.
No.
Yes.
Opinions are not facts. Opinions are opinions.
We weren't talking about facts. We're talking about opinions.
We weren't talking about anything. Sorry. Come on, that was a little bit funny. Don't play victim, John. You make fun of the boat all the time. You're trying to make me look like an evil. Whatchamacallit?
That's like when they go across the lawn.
I hate when people say that. I'm not sure.
Across or lawn?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in that. Oh, never mind. I only saw part of it. I thought Russ was calling us honey in the group chat. He said
No,
lives today, honey. But then I saw honeydews.
Yeah, he can't do any lives today. He's got honeydew lists to do. He got spanked again, apparently.
We love you, Russ. That's funny right there. I tell you what. All right, I'm gonna do this area here, and then we're gonna go down to the bushes or up in here somewhere. As I don't rightly know, we'll see when we get there. But I am gonna true up some of these cuts in this post. I'm gonna make them more round. It looks kind of weird. The designer didn't know what he was doing there.
Hello, Mr. Aldridge. I'm sorry I didn't see you there earlier, but I knew you were there.
He's terribly sorry.
Al says he's going out to the shop, see if he can get the lathe belt drive replaced.
Yay! Have the show on in the background.
Sorry, the lathe drive belt. The lathe.
Lathe. Yeah, so I'm intentionally trying to make these more round than they're drawn. I think it would look better, even though it's rustic. So do not look to me as an example of staying on the line on these next few cuts. I should say that for all the cuts, and then I'd look like a much better. Never mind. So while you work. Yeah, I'm having to babble because nobody's talking. Yeah, I tried to do a round cut and the piece kept jumping around. Oh well, it's rusty. Come on now, John.
It's rustic.
Poor Herb got these noise canceling headphones and now he has to deal with fan noise.
Not for long, brother. I don't understand it. I had the fan on last time here.
Maybe the universe changed directions or something. Altered everything.
That's right. I'll go back to my old self.
Josh has a question, Charles.
I don't know the answer to it. Should I go ahead?
What kind of wrench do you use on round bolts on a covered bridge?
Well, you don't use the wrench on the bolts. You use it on the nuts on the other side.
Exactly, because they're carriage bolts, right?
Yes, sir. I thought I was going to trip up on that.
Yeah.
I could trip myself up all the time, baby, but you might have trouble unless it's a straight line or a roof line. If you do a bunch of little bitty cuts, it looks like you're scrolling faster. I guess Randy probably does think Miss Junior doesn't notice it anymore. Or Russ kidnapped her. Alright. We're being too quiet.
You're too quiet. Oh, Josh.
Is it family friendly?
They're rustic bowls, not carriage bowls, because there's no carriage.
Josh is a good one. I almost said Russ. I'm not called bridge bolts either, mister. That's that bubble popping sound. That's texting.
Bubble popping sound.
Yeah. Well, that's what it sounds like through my headphones anyway. I already cut that.
Mimi. Dag blabbit. I broke a blade.
Nick, Blabbit, would you go to that?
Take a drink.
Take a drink, Mimi.
What was that, Herb? Oh, take a drink. Okay. Unless you're drinking tequila, slow down. My God. I was about to say I'd love to see what it'd be like if somebody scrolled drunk, but deal with wood like this, it'll make you think you're scrolling drunk. And I'm pretty sure it would be traumatic for me, but the viewers would probably love it if I scrolled drunk because I'm not the most mature individual to begin with. Imagine me intoxicated.
Mature.
Mature. She took a drink. We got her trained, fellers.
I'll be right back.
All right. I'm gonna drink this in honor of Mimi.
Josh is asking if we're allowed to drink when she breaks a blade. We can drink whenever we want.
Yeah.
We don't need to wait for somebody to break no stinking blades.
Yeah, you see people in the comments saying, "Hurry up and break a blade. I'm getting thirsty." It's like, you can drink whatever you want. Just saying. My war wound from yesterday does not hurt, so you're welcome. Thank you for your concern. I was sitting there talking to Herb and noticed blood trickling down my hand. I got some old man skin on my hand. In one area, I honestly, sincerely do not mind if it doesn't go completely straight, is this cut here, because I think that would look good being slightly rustic. I'm not saying I'm going to try to go off the line, but I won't be worried if I do. But after I get done with the fence, I may do that one big cut because I like to make Josh sweat. Why did you cut that area first? And then I'll go back probably to the bush hair.
You know, we're gonna overuse the word rustic, by the way, before the end of this.
You bet your hind end it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Is that a decent camera angle in your humble opinion, sir?
Sure. It's perfect.
That was not said with confidence. Okay, that was better. Howdy, here's you. Welcome back. And there's my former project, waiting on frames. My frame guy kind of ran out of power for a while, and his gerbil couldn't move fast enough to get them frames made.
Did y'all see that awesome roof cutout on that?
Hell
That's
yeah.
the best.
Well, I am happy to say that once this project is done, if I can get it out, this project will not have a roof on it. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. That one got the second most votes. It's going to have no background on it, but I wanted to say printing it out. So there's that. That's going to look pretty, I think. And you bet it's going to be the size of a billboard. You're welcome.
Mr. Balco. Mr. Balco's in the room.
Wesley.
But he's on Facebook, though.
Uh-huh.
So he's not in the real room. He's in the fake room.
Well, he has the link to come on here if he so chooses, but he's not going to get chastised for not coming on. Like we do with Russ for some reason.
Do I get a chance?
We never get West crap. Do it?
Do I get a chastity belt too?
You're a sick individual. That's why I love you. Josh Grover says can't be billboard size, needs to be life size. Well, by God, the only thing I have accessible to me life size would be Luan, or I guess Pine.
Well, you just do it in multiple cuts and just join them together.
That's cheating.
No, it's not.
Well, I use 2 foot by 4 foot sheets of wood, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get it pretty big. I don't know why I choose to do them big. I guess I just like the challenge, for lack of a better word. Or I'm a glutton for punishment. I have no idea. They look better on the wall when they're big, I guess. That's my story, and I'm sick of it. Oh, and all jokes aside, I want to offer our sincere condolences to Dale Kirkley. His dad passed away. We posted that on Facebook. Extremely sorry for your loss, Dale. Let's make some police videos on YouTube.
Wesley says if he can get in the shop, he'd be cutting 4x8 sheets. Oh, wait, you? Are you talking about yourself, Wes, or are you talking about Charles?
Yeah, for those asking where I get my wood, Wes works at Pearland Ace Hardware and Lumber, and that's where I get my wood. Yeah, I'm getting to another funky area of the wood. It's jumping around a lot. Wes, I'm not blaming you, but this, and you probably know what this is like. This particular sheet of wood is very fibrous and choppy.
Hello, Wes.
Howdy day. Talking about Charles.
You said a boot. That's fine.
Well, I thought that's what he typed, because I can't see that far away. I can get in the shop, sir. I just don't have that much room. But on a serious note, Wes, have you had to deal with this on any of the wood? Because, you know, usually my projects go smoothly, but this one just, it's fibrous as all hell. If I were to take this piece off the table, which I'm going to do right now, you'll see all them pieces of fiber all over the table there. See? It's just making the cuts go a little rougher, but worst problems to have. I'm not blaming you. I'm just informing you, not that you're the manufacturer of the wood. It happens. By God. Everybody point at Russ and say, shame. No, did I say Russ again? Dag, blame it. Wes.
Shame. Shame, shame.
Or if you're in Game of Thrones, you'd say, shame.
Ugh.
Yep.
Yep.
Why y'all steal my Dr. Pepper?
sir, I sure did.
Well, I just stole it back when you wasn't looking. Lawrence says my turkey is doing the same, by God. Wesley says I just tried to blow them fibers off my screen, so I should be running it off. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that elk.
Wes says you got a rod. You're sitting with us, folks.
Howdy, folks. And thanks for being here, Wesley Bell. Yeah, go ahead.
Russ is gonna run off and leave his folks just sitting there. That's pretty rude.
Yeah. Pretty rude indeed.
John, did I hear you correctly?
Crackling? No.
You said I hear you correctly.
You said Russ, not West.
No, I said Wes.
I'm going to say he said Russ just so I could feel less guilty about me doing it. I think I am touching on the vinyl now. I can't tell, but it's really skipping. Yes, sir. Y'all are being too quiet. Just saying. Can't find the pilot hole.
No, I'm here. I was just cutting something real quick.
Uh-huh.
Did you see I muted myself?
No, sir. I'm kind of looking over here.
I muted myself so I wouldn't make too much noise on your show.
Oh, that was pretty sweet. Hey, glad I can't find the stupid pilot hole.
Good afternoon, Robert Fowler.
Mr. Robert,
Well, in Stephenville.
Mr. Robert Fowler Jr. It only took me 3 hours, but I found the pilot hole.
Hey, Bobby boy.
Did I mention it's a little warm here?
No.
I solved that problem.
I think this is your first time saying that.
Josh, Mack, and Lawrence are all trying to set me off or something. They're just weird. I get what you're saying, though. From that angle, it doesn't look like I've done much. Most of the detail is being hidden by the arm. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Lawrence. Poo poo! That's funny.
Yes, sir, it is hot, Mr. Robert Fowler Jr., 108 heat index. But
Also
also
weird. Who? Us? No. Sounds a weird one.
I ain't gonna disagree there. It's definitely rustic. God, it's jumping all over the place, man. You see how much it skipped when I was doing that cut? My goodness. Most people hold down on a piece while they're cutting, and I'll have to lift up slightly until it stops catching on stuff. It might work under these conditions. I may very well go on side shooting.
How hot is it where you're at, Robert?
Probably about the same.
No.
He's in Texas too, and he's not terrible far away.
Terrible far?
Terribly. I said terrible, but it's terribly. I'm trying to be funny. It's a hick thing.
A hick thing.
Okay, I'm going to do that real long cut over there just to abuse myself. And it's intentionally not going to be perfectly straight unless I cut it straight.
What, on the bottom of the bridge there?
Yep. Looks like I've done more when you do that.
Yeah.
Remember, we had that story before. But nothing will really vibrate except for one little area, and I don't really care. Yeah, that's if I can find the pilot hole.
See, Robert says it's only 108 down there.
That's what I've been saying over here for about 3 hours. I'm just kidding.
1 hour, 17 minutes, 10 seconds.
Construction. No, I mean, I say I want this to look rustic, but I don't want it to be completely wavy, so hopefully I'll get some kind of straightness out of it. But it's going to be a long, straight cut. I need to figure out how I want to do this. Ooh. Yeah, let's do it that way. So I'm going to have to stand up and control that one. Let me get my steel out of the way.
I think you're gonna have to stand up and scroll a lot, stand up and do a lot of those ones on the roof there.
Yeah. Except I'm not doing the roof right now. Roof's on the top of the structure. This would be the bottom, sir.
So that would be the undercarriage of the covered bridge.
Well, it's the. Yeah, there's water under here. I didn't know if you was being serious or not, so I didn't want to make you feel like an idiot.
So there is a carriage on that bridge.
Yeah. So there you go, Josh, mister. Thought you was funny, did you, mister? Oh, mercy, excuse me. Gotta move stuff. I couldn't hear her to the wind.
The carriage is underneath of it. The carriage is under the bridge, so it's an undercarriage of the bridge. The deck.
Herb, do you have that fan blowing directly into your microphone, sir?
No, I was
Don't do
standing
that.
up when I did that.
I pay you too good for that, sir. People that don't know our friendship, they don't think I'm a mean son of a ding dang. Robert says, I don't have a garage or a shop to cut it. Didn't feel like standing out in the sun. Me neither, by God. Alright. Now taking mine. Somebody did an angry emoji. That was probably unintentional, but if I made you mad, tell me in the comments why you made me mad.
No, it's because it's so hot out. He hasn't been in the shop today to make sawdust.
I mean, there's a mad emoji on the reactions. I don't know if panel members can see that or not. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm not going to try to make this a completely straight cut because I want it to be a little more rustic than that. That's just an on-the-fly choice. Guess I could adjust the camera a little bit better. Oh, Italy. There goes nothing. Oh, I've got to reach the power switch here. I have almost no ability to hold this piece down, so it's definitely going to be a little wavy. But that's intentional. Why, John?
Because it's rustic.
There you go. A little wavier than I wanted it, though. Did you see that piece jumping when I'm trying to cut it? That's definitely way wavier than I wanted it, so I'll be doing some trimming here. Wow. God, that is terrible.
Terrible. That's so terrible.
You see how bad that wood is jumping?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's jumping that bad on the screen.
It's definitely jumping. Yeah, I got a lot of trimming to do under there, because I said rustic, but I don't know, maybe once I get this cut out, we'll see. It may look okay if it's rustic. It's catching on something, man.
Robert's got to run, take the kids over to the grandparents, and go to Harbor Freight. Have fun there, buddy.
Thanks for dropping by. When I said I was okay with it being wavy, some of that is, I didn't want that wavy. And I'm hitting the wall behind me, so I got to turn it, and I don't want to dig into the
Undergird.
Alright, we'll cut it out, and then we'll determine if we want to save any of that wavy line. If it is rustic. If so many people hadn't voted for this piece, I probably would have given up on it by now because of how unhappy I am with the quality of the wood. I'm not worried about staying in line.
Yeah, Josh, he's an artiste.
What was the rest of the comment?
Well, Josh was like, why do you have almost 3 feet hanging off the table? It's not so much that, because you have sideways, right?
Yeah, but most of it's actually not all hanging off the table. When I pause for a second, I'll pull back and you'll see most of it is actually on the table. Sir? It's only hanging off right here. And barely any over there and there. So most of it's on the table, just the same. Let me do a far away cut while I'm doing this stuff. And I'm having to stand up in the front of the saws here, but I'm over here. I'm not trying to be careful at all here because it's, not straight lines. So anything below the bridge will go pretty quickly as far as if we're not having to be careful.
Lawrence, I can put them on my Facebook page and share them from there if you want. If that'll work.
And I'm not saying this overall progress can look like crap. I just would prefer it looked a little better, but the wood's the wood. So. As far as where my hands are steering, they're basically on the far right of the piece. In other words, I'm using the edges to steer it. Definitely jumping now. You should be able to do that. Mainly what I'm trying to cut in sideways. Now I'm over here. If my back could take it, I probably would stand up trolling, but it can't. And I am standing up trolling now. I guess I meant the whole time. That was exciting when I don't have voices in my ear. And I'm not talking about voices in my head, I'm talking about y'all talking.
Okay, I'll try to talk about something.
All right. Now, just doing that little area, you can see how much fiber got left on the table there. Bunch of fibers.
Fiber.
Fiber. There's only a couple areas that are wavier than I would like. Most of them being right here and here. But it's rustic. So we're gonna go with that. Let me get my brush here.
The doctor said you need a little bit more fiber in
God, that was funny in heck. You can also see where.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
You can also see where the vinyl is getting pulled up again, so I got to flatten that down with a razor blade. Should help a little bit, not much, but let me figure out. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go over to the tree. And we'll move the camera again. I think what I'm going to do is more all stuff. Yeah, bear with the lack of fun parts while I'm doing that.
Okay.
Not every aspect of scrolling is hours of fun.
Josh wants to know, you say you cutting the roof?
No, sir. Well, if Josh is nothing else, he's persistent. Not effective, but he is persistent. You know when John is multitasking because he's quiet
No, I'm watching you.
and typing. Some of these pilot holes, I can't even see when I'm looking right at them. That's how much the fibers covered up the pilot holes in some of them. Luckily, my eagle eye can catch some of it. I'm definitely going to start trying to be more mindful of the backs of wood now. Y'all saw me sand it, but it doesn't look like it did any good, you know, Mike? All right, y'all are making the panel boring. This is not how I raised Joe.
Y'all.
Yup. I'm gonna do a few more. I ain't gonna do all of them. We'll be here all day, baby.
Hello, Mr. Leonard Davis.
Hello, Leonard. Me trying to be funny. Hello, Leonard. Bird was in a hurricane.
Hoosier Mike says you might try putting that bottom layer on top and see if it makes a difference.
Well, except the drawing is on the top one.
Well, that just makes it abstract, though.
Well, me not being able to cut on the line.
Welcome to Charles's abstract period in his scrolling profession.
Journey, yeah. I wonder if the piece above it is just as fibrous.
Pat H is in the room.
Howdy. Oops, that's Brenda's thing. Sorry, Brenda. All right, let's see if we can get some of this here tree done. We can help the camera first.
Ugh.
I heard that, mister. Sick puppy.
Ken McCoy's in the house.
Howdy, Ken. I gotta turn this because I ran out of room. Let me back up.
Oh, Pat,
Ooh, diddly. Excuse me.
Ken McCory says, done yet?
Absolutely not. You know me better than that, sir.
Yes, Mr. Davis, that's Herb over there you hear, and this is John.
Yeah, John, cousin, and Hooper. I have no idea why I said it like that, but that's how I roll.
Because you want to say howdy so bad.
Something. Alright, now I gotta stand up because of the awkward angle of this. Again, we're not worried about staying right on the line because most of this is just legally safe anyway. So the trees should go quickly, but it all depends. I'm gonna try to sit down to do this. My back's already killing me, and I'll just have to arch a lot to reach the power button. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this wouldn't be where a foot switch would work, but I like making things difficult for myself. Mercy. Mercy sakes.
Yeah, Lawrence, I was trying to figure out what you were trying to write there. So I posted a link to on my What If I Could page. I shared it on here. Valeri's turkey pattern that he's doing and started to cut out. And he says, Josh says that's good work. And he says it's a Michael Williams pattern. He's trying to work up the courage to be like Charlie.
Well, it takes courage to do Michael Williams patterns too. They're pretty darn detailed. My dust collector needs a new filter. I'm sitting here looking at it because I'm on the far left of my table. I'm way over here, and the front of the cell's right here. The things I do for y'all, my God.
We appreciate everything you do for us, Charles.
Exactly, Josh. Josh is saying that Lawrence, just take it one hole at a time. You'll get there. If you have questions, ask any of us.
Yeah. Again, if you think you go off the line on this tree, it's because it's a tree, and I'm not that worried about it. Trying to get it over with so it looks like I've done more than I've done. Ooh. Let me get my trash can closer to throw my cut out 10 feet. I got. vinyl is definitely peeling up. I can feel it when I'm cutting here. But it ain't one thing, it's another, I tell you what. John, why are you being so quiet? I know why Herb is, because you got fan noise, but why are you so quiet?
I'm not.
Yeah. I was going too smoothly. Why not break a blade? Poop.
I don't know, but it scared me.
Take a drink. That's what I get for trying to go so fast. Yeah. Work from to have. If it didn't take so much time, I'd just slap another piece of vinyl on here now. But I know everybody's glued to their YouTube.
Lawrence asking if you're gonna finish tonight. I just snorted too. Aussie Man's in the room saying hello, Scroller Man.
Howdy, Aussie.
Hello, Aussie man.
I got your email. I just haven't responded to it yet because I'm multitasking and that's not my strong suit. Oh, diddly. Working on this very precisely detailed tree. Has a little bit of sarcasm there, but we are working on the tree. Have you ever been so gung-ho into scrolling that sometimes you turn it on before you got to clamp in?
No.
Me neither. I've done it maybe twice. Okay, 723 times, but who can? You know what? I'm gonna look underneath and see if this top piece is just as fibrous. It's starting to get a little old. Then again, if I take it off and it turns out it's the vinyl making everything stick, it'll piss me off that I got this far and took everything off. Let's just suffer through it. That's what we do.
Yeah, we suffer through a lot of stuff.
Yep. Love you too. I'm gonna pretend that wasn't a dig. But y'all would never do such a thing.
Nope. No, not us. We're innocent.
Absolutely. Well, some of these cuts I can tell it's the vinyl that's cutting stuff. I know y'all can see that jumping around. Come on now. Oh, diddly. You know what? If nothing else, I'm just going to put a big piece on there. It doesn't have to cover the whole table, but I'm going to cover that area. I'm getting sick of the dragon. By God. Make
Watch
me
out for the dragon.
And if it keeps dragging, I'll know it's the stupid fiber crap. Fiber, or smoke.
Lawrence Aldridge says, our Office Depot closed. I was going to get them turkeys blown up.
Yeah, you can believe it.
Leonard Davis, interesting, exploding turkeys.
Yeah, nothing worse than them blowing up turkeys, I tell you what. Let me smooth some of this down, and I'll get the shelf paper and we'll cover up this crap so we don't have to keep dealing with it.
Which patterns are you looking for, Mike? He says he can't find patterns.
I've got a few on woodenvisions.com. Only about 1,500 to choose from now. Sorry it's so limited, sir. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the shelf paper. But when you get little tears in it, it's somewhat worthless. But the main reason I do that is because otherwise the light I'm using to see would reflect off of the plexiglass. If I use paint, that would get all over the back of everything. So that's why I don't go that route. Probably going to do this somewhat sloppily just to cover up the tears. But it's not sticky till you pull off the stuff on the back, so I'm gonna lay it out.
Julian just Martinez.
Martinez.
Is it Martinez or Martinez? Martinez.
Martinez.
Julian Martinez. Just
Martinez.
Posted 5 minutes ago. He says, apparently Dr. Pepper confirms a nationwide shortage.
Yep. You're about the third person that's pointed that out to me, hoping I'll have a nervous breakdown.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to have one. That's all. Are you having one?
Not yet. That's how you know who your friends are. They're checking on you.
You doing all right? You washed your ass yet?
All right, I gotta put something heavy over here so I can cut it. That's not very heavy. Let's use a drill. I guess I can give y'all something to look at. Not all that exciting, but yeah, that's that. Oh, diddly do. Yeah, trying to put this stuff on doesn't go quickly either because it tries to roll up and you gotta try to keep wrinkles out of it or it defeats the purpose of having it.
Did you get the fiber off your table before you start putting that down?
Yeah.
If you've been paying attention to my extremely
Live feed.
interesting live feed, I would you would have seen that and heard that. I'm going to tape it down on one end so it holds as I'm pulling on it, hopefully.
That's not tape.
That is.
Oh.
But this could be somewhat comical to see me try to do this by myself.
Well, I could actually show you and tell you an easier way to do it.
You want to do that?
Okay. If you fold back about 6 inches of the backer off of it,
Yeah,
like,
pull
okay.
off the backer. Yeah.
Line it up where you want it first. Put your tape about 6 inches down,
Yep.
right? And then peel the backer off,
That's what I'm
And then-
going to do.
and then pull your top sheet tight the other way, and then pull your backer off at the same time as you're squeezing it on. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. That's what I was going to do.
Okay.
Thank you for guidance.
Do you have a squeegee? A vinyl squeegee?
Not near me, but I can run grab it. I gotta roll this back a little bit to pull off the backer, but it wants to crimp as I'm rolling it back instead of just rolling. Because if it came on a roll, go figure. But I'll try to get it somewhat straight. After I peel this off, I will stick it down and then go get that squeegee. See if I can separate the backer from the sticky. I love being physical. You never need your fingernails, so right after you clip them.
Welcome to the Charles Vinyl Show.
You just never know what you're gonna get here. The only thing that's consistent is train wrecks and humor. Again, I'm not trying to make it pretty, just clear up an area that's fit to the table. If I get it crooked, that's all right. Anything hanging off the table, we'll cut off. And of course, it didn't cut all the way across. Really? Come on now, something peel up. There you go. All right. Perfectly straight, but let me go get my squeegee. I'll be right the heck back. You know what? I'm gonna be a rebel and do it with my hands. And that's how I roll. Why not have a big old wrinkle so John can say, "I told you so. Should have gotten a squeegee, you freaking idiot."
That's all right. I do it for a living, so it's up to you how you want to do it or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not denying that would be easier. I'm just wanting to get it over with so I can get back to the scrolling part. And then I won't have the vinyl to blame it on. I'll have to say it's an earthquake, a very rare Texas earthquake. I'm having to unstick some of it because I didn't cut it straight across. Come on, Cletus.
Cletus.
What is that? I didn't think I cut it that crooked or ripped it that crooked, but apparently I did. Get off of there. This is probably going to be a cluster. You know what? We're going to see what we can do here.
I know what word you're gonna say.
Well, you don't have to spell it out if and you don't want to. Well, I already got a wrinkle in there. Why not? Yes, the squeegee would work best, but we don't do what works best here. I don't mind having little bumps here and there. It's the wrinkles I want to avoid. Like the one I just created because I'm doing it slightly crooked. Wow, John, really? Why didn't you just let me get a squeegee? I'm gonna go get a squeegee. Be right back. Alright, y'all, let me put you on the screen and make sure your makeup and everything's good. Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm just looking to see, make sure you're doing it right. That's all.
Alright, I'll be right back. Gotta go get the Snoop squeegee. Luckily, I know right where it is, so that saves a little bit of time.
I'm tired.
Alright, I'll be right back, sir.
Sorry, guys.
Don't be doing that, John.
Oh, I know.
Look at making me sleepy.
when before Charles went on, I was starting to film a video cutting this out. So then I had to stop everything, give him the path of doing what I was doing. So I guess I'll be doing that after.
You should have told him like Russ. He had honeydews to do.
So because the problems that Charles was having with his plywood, his maple ply, I on yesterday's show we were talking about bamboo ply that I had some underlay. So it's called Sure Ply bamboo underlay. It's 1/4 inch thick, and I'm gonna have a video up right away of it. And what I was doing was I basically printed off a pattern. It's a crossroads pattern. Crossroads. I think it's Jim Bloom. I'm not sure whose pattern it is, but I'll have to look that up after. And I'm gonna so I stack cut them. So I stacked 2 of them so that they're 2 1/4 inch thick layers, and I sanded them off, and then I green taped them together to stack them. Put my press and seal on, put my pattern on, drilled all my holes, sanded the back, used my awl to mark the holes, so I know where my holes are in the back when I'm gonna put my blade through. And then then I started filming it, and then Charles come on, so I stopped.
Yes, Leonard, I did.
What's that?
I was just, Leonard asked if I blindfolded the TV. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, I thought it was a Jim Bloom pattern. I just wasn't positive on it, so I was just gonna ask him again anyway. Yeah, so I started the video for that, and then I was just cutting it all together, and then I was gonna do the video of the cutting of it itself. You know, we'll post it later. Sorry, guys, I'm freaking so tired.
Uh-huh.
But Charles is back. Let's see what he's doing. What's he doing? Oh, he's got a squeegee. What kind of squeegee you got there, Charles? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work.
That's all we got, baby. Not going as smoothly as I would like it, though. But it could be worse.
But you know, if you just lay your vinyl back down again, and tape the far end, and that way you can peel the backer off on an angle out towards you on the table, and you can squeegee at the same time as you're peeling the backer off. It keeps it nice and taut, and you're because the reason behind the squeegee is to pull all the air out as you're going along with it.
Yeah.
It just makes it easier.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the roll back to I'm pretty much crimping the hell out of it because I couldn't get a good grip on the roll to pull on it. Ladies and gentlemen, how not to.
Show your bald spot on camera.
Let's see where I got one. No, both them. That's one way to find one bag of.
Donna Presley, so what you doing now?
Putting another layer of vinyl on this thing of a ding ding. And apparently showing my bald spot.
Yep.
John so graciously pointed out.
Oh, good.
Some of the texture you're seeing under this is where there was already scratches and gouges in the previous layer. Really, you gonna try to crimp on me over there? I'm gonna kick you in the mouth.
Scratches and gouges and scratches and gouges. You know, it'd be easier if you just lay some acrylic or Lexan out on there. You know.
Yeah, except the Lexan reflects the light, and that's the whole reason the shelf paper's here. Otherwise, I would love to have just the plexiglass, but it would reflect all the light I'm using, and people wouldn't be able to see.
Well, you know, if you took some time, all you have to do is take an orbital sander or just a regular sander,
Rough it up.
sand it down, it frosts it, and that way it's a matte finish on the front side for you too.
I wish I'd have thought of that before I started this, booger.
Well, I'm just saying.
You're supposed to be my consultant, and you're failing at doing it in a timely manner, so I do it the wrong way first.
You're gonna do whatever you want to do anyway.
Not if I know a better way and I'm confident in my ability to do it.
There's always better ways to do things.
Well, especially when working with me, by God.
And there's John's way.
Now you got me all self-conscious about the damn bald spot. Well, I have done worse. I mean, this ain't that bad. It's just not completely straight or flawless, but it'll work.
Lawrence Aldrich, John, I tried pressing seal today on my pattern completely off the board when I started cutting.
What?
I knew it was false advertising, John.
No, it's not. It's never failed for me.
Well, apparently it's not as good as the U.S., sir.
See, because like when I was doing my video on the cockatiel, like this is still on the press and seal, and I can probably still put this back on the paper. Like I can still put this back on the wood. Like you just got to press it down. I can still put this right back on the paper on the wood again. See, stays right on there.
I think John is showing off. We've got a secret deal with something they're working on and not revealing it to the public yet.
Yeah, so when I do my wood, like I said, I sand it down, 120, 220, and then I blow it off with air, and then I take a tack cloth to it to make sure I get all the dust off of it.
Yeah, did you remember to sand it before you did that, Lauren?
And then when I put my press and seal down, I make sure I like start in the center, and just do circle around, and then pull it out, and then just do like straight lines on, and just get all off. You got to press all over the whole thing. You can use a squeeze like the one Charles has as well.
This one came with either the vinyl or the Cricut. Oh God, I haven't even opened the Cricut yet, so it must have been the vinyl. There's a little bit of texture here, but that's because of the crap that was underneath it. I'm not talking about debris, I'm talking about nicks and gouges. But yeah, the next step, if I keep ripping vinyl, I will just sand the plexiglass. I tried to tell John that's what I needed to do, but he told me no, use vinyl. I got one little crimp in the thing, but oh well, way over there. And we'll put a razor blade to cut the area so I can feed the blade through.
Lawrence, what are you saying? Is the pattern? No, the pattern's on top of the press and seal. So do your wood, then put your press and seal down, then spray it with your adhesive glue, like the pattern and the press and seal, just to make sure you get a good seal. But when you go put it on, your pattern's on top of the press and seal. That way, when you're done your cutting, you peel it off the wood and you got a nice clean surface there.
Someday I'll see if I have the nerve to try that. But yeah, the next step, definitely once I start gouging this up again, is to just sand the dang plexiglass. I can't afford to keep buying shelf paper. By God, y'all ready for me to get scrolling again, or just... I got more people watching now than I did when I was scrolling. That's pretty sad.
Midnight Joker's in the house. Hello, Mike.
Howdy, Mike, Kim. What we just did, or I just did, and sort of messed up, is replace the vinyl on here, cut the little hole there, and now we're going to go. Now if it gets to catching again, I'm just going to get mad, is all.
The only problem we're gonna have right now is I gotta go in and get some food because I'm starving.
Booger.
Yeah.
You gonna come back though, right?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
come
sorry, Charlie. You had an earthquake over here in Canada. Can't come back, buddy.
Yeah, he'll sit down after he eats on the couch and he'll be out like a light.
I
No.
think Herb could be speaking from experience. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna go now, guys. I'll be back later though.
Okay, please come back. We'll miss you.
I will. All right, thanks a lot.
Later.
Bye.
Later.
You know what? I'm gonna stay on here. I'll just mute and turn.
Turn his microphone off. He said that before he was done talking, but all right.
I'll mute and turn my camera off.
Okay. All right. So that's a nice brand new surface. Looks right pretty. Now y'all see it. This is probably the first time people have seen it without anything on it and without it being filthy. But that's also part of what damages it if you don't get the brads completely flattened before you whatchamacallit.
Donna said, well, at least Charles isn't drilling starter holes on the scroll saw table anymore.
Yeah, she's not wrong. That was my very first Heckner scroll saw. I thought it was a steel table, so I was using that to stop the drill bit when I was doing the pilot holes. But it was an aluminum table, and so I had divots all over that thing. It looked like I'd been through an earthquake or a explosion or something.
Dadgummit, I'm going to have to order a battery for this laptop.
All right, let me get back over here, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to submit a review, or they're holding me for a review, blah, blah, both things. Yep, never fails. Don't worry, folks, we'll get back to the actual scrolling part here shortly. Thank you for your patience. They should be, Josh, but every now and then, just because of the vibration and stuff, they'll slightly loosen, and sometimes we'll drop below the bottom of the picture. But if it gouges it up too much, I'll just go back to the dang plexiglass. It'll take a while to get all the vinyl off the table. It's probably stuck pretty good by now. But I think I have 2 or 3 layers on there now. All right, y'all want me to do some kind of covered bridge over here?
Yes, sir.
Well, much obliged. And now you'll know why I do such a large table, because it's such a large piece. Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Now if it starts catching, I'll know it's just the fiber in the wood. But yeah, the worst places that we're pulling up was a little hole right here and right around the thing there. But I made it a point to razor blade and push down the vinyl that was covering the hole, so that, because if I tried to cut it, it would have had edges that were exposed, and when you go across those edges, it peels them up. That's why once you get a little bitty tear in your table or in your vinyl, it goes to poo-poo. Just saying. And I've already done the pilot holes, done it. Just saying. All right, I'm going to take a swig of my energy drink, and we'll get going again. Should have brought another one over here, but we'll do it later. Go ahead, Herb.
Real simple things. Hello, Mike. Oh, hello, Barry.
That's good right now. Lawrence says, Charles, have you used toothpicks on your billboards? No, sir, I have not. But yeah, I heard toothpicks are good for steering, but I just tend to use the edges. I tend to put my hand under an edge and just use that to steer. figure out what blade I was using. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Josh Grover says, I had a hard time in the shop today trying to find a flat work table to make those billboard frames.
Yep. For those that don't know, Josh is making the frames for the Burning Riders and another one for the other John Wayne Rooster Cogburn sitting on the horse there. Alright, attention's good. And here's something. Excuse me. See how long we can go looking for the pothole, or at least the specific one I'm aiming for. Wow, I found it. The same day I started looking. That's kind of cool. Alright.
Donna's talking about the internet. It's back today.
Yay. Well, if you got some reliable internet and you want to be on the panel, let me know, Donna, and I'll have my assistant Herb send you a link. Unless y'all want friends on Facebook. I'm still catching, so some of it is going to be the fibers. I'm going to do a partial cut here, even well, you can't see it, but the cut actually goes into the roof line. No, it actually stops just short of it, so never mind. So I'll go ahead and cut that.
How would Lexan panel work for a table cover if it comes in flat pack and nice and slippery?
No, Ben Herb, one, I got the wind noise. Two, you're not talking very loud. Can you repeat that louder and without the wind?
Okay, is that any better?
Yes,
Ozzy Man says, how would a leg stand panel work for a table cover if it comes in flat black and it's nice and shiny?
let me finish this cut. I can't hear over these problems, so I'll just leave it myself because I made too much noise to be able to hear anything. That was me, not you. How would okay, panel work for table cover? It comes cover. Wait, dang nabbit. Work for a table cover. It comes flat black and it's nice and slippery. Oh, Laminex. Okay, so he's talking about like countertop stuff. I don't know. That'd be nice, but once it gets gouged, you know, it could eventually wear through it. Barry's wanting to know what it's a picture of. Barry, it's going to look like this if I ever get it done. Covered bridge. Lawrence says, have you found oil while drilling them holes? You're going in hell, sir. No, I have not. Ooh. I got a piece of debris in my eye, so bear with me. And we're back. work on the camera angle here. Burpy. Gosh, you got them frames set, mister? You should be working while you're talking, mister. Well, that's weird. I can't find the pilot hole. That never happened. I hate it when y'all are quiet. Where the hell am I?
Somewhere around Waco.
About 45 minutes southwest of Waco. I can't find the pilot hole. And y'all saw me use the hole on all this crap. My God.
Barry said that's going to look great.
Thank you, sir. As long as you see it as rustic, it's going to look completely perfect.
Perfect and rustic.
Yep. Joe says I can't multitask. I either watch you or work on frames. But to work on frames, I need to go Menards real quick for them. All right, whatever you choose to do, sir. I can't multitask either. I just pretended other people could. Women can multitask better than men. In general, I'm not being anti-men. So I happen to be one.
Bill's asking you, how did the Bent 45-410 work out for you, Charles?
Oh, I meant to tell you that. I went there. They said it's supposed to be like that. So apparently, the only thing that happened was that I had a shell with too low of a charge in it. So nothing actually happened to the gun. I thought it was that, but they said it's supposed to be bent like that. So that made me feel like an idiot, but at least I know now. For those that don't know, we're talking about a Taurus Judge. I thought it had a bent part on it. It was not. I just had a 410 shell in there with a little birdshot thing, and then it just barely clicked, and all the pellets fell out of the end of the barrel. So it was just a bad shell. If I knew the parts of a gun, I would say which part I thought was bent, but I don't know what that part's called. Part that covers the back of the cylinder on the revolver. I still prefer rifles over revolvers and pistols. They're just harder to aim, and I don't know. I just like the balance and everything about a rifle. And since Herb's not doing his job or he's muted and doesn't know it, says, well, that makes two of us look bad to me. And Leonard Davis says, I'll be back later. Lauren says, take care, Mr. Leonard. Thank you, Leonard, for being here. Just giving you hell, Herb. You know that.
I know it.
Go ahead and get these. That's why they can get over here. Where'd you cut that, Beans?
I was trying to multitask and it didn't work.
I can relate. Yeah, these panel members put up with a lot of abuse for the pay they're getting or not getting. Okay, I gotta get off to the side of the saw a little bit to be able to reach this, and first I'm gonna bump my head on the light, because why not?
This heat just sucks the life out of you.
Yes, sir. Let's take us a swig just because we can. We'll pretend it's to quench the heat, but it's not.
I'll be glad when October gets here.
I just hope it doesn't get too cold. I mean, if I could choose, it'd be low to mid 70s all year round.
You and me both.
Of course, I'll sit here and gripe about the weather, but I love Texas, so I'll just suffer. That's all right.
Yes, sir. Been suffering for the last 58 years.
Yeah. I didn't get to stay in Texas till I was 14. We moved all over the place with my dad being in the military. And I was 14 back in '84, so that's how long I've been consistently in Texas.
Got here as quick as I could.
Yeah, been here all my life, less than 1 year. Josh said he's ready for the snow. Leonard Davis goes, I can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time.
The snow is full looking and everything, but I'm not a fan of cold weather. I'm not a fan of real hot weather either. But there's disadvantages on both. With the heat, you can only take off so much legally.
Yeah, the cold weather never really bothered me till I had this stroke.
Yeah.
And now, if I get cold, I cannot hardly move my left side at all. Always spasm.
Well, for me, the heat will drain my energy, and cold is just annoying. But in my late teens, early 20s, I would have panic attacks if I got too hot. So I'm glad I got through that phase. I guess I could still go through that if I exert myself too much out in the heat. You know, like moving. Little joke there.
Yeah. Sometimes I freak out when I get too hot.
Yeah. My dad never understood panic attacks until he witnessed one, and then from then on, he never really judged. He just, some people don't understand what it's like to have a panic attack. They said, well, just don't think about it, that kind of crap. But then he witnessed it, and, not an easy thing.
No, they're not.
Not fun at all. I feel so bad for Dale losing his dad. My dad's in poor health, but hopefully he'll be with us. But he's 77 now. Not a spring chicken anymore. Wait.
Yeah, I get the same way, Josh.
Doug, you haven't been reading these comments out loud, so I don't know where we're at. Austin, man, I'm just giving you hell. Been on the same property all my life, family, land, 3 generations now, nice. Lawrence says, my knees are the same way. Josh says, Herb, I'm kind of the same as you. My left side is a mess when it rains or stormers coming. Lawrence says, my dad didn't judge. He did try to get me a happy medium. might be part of the problem was sticking to the vinyl underneath because I'm just easy to control things right now. I mean, the bad eyesight's still there, but you can see I'm not jumping all over the place.
Yep. Bill says the rain and arthritis just don't hit. Pain.
Yeah. One place I get arthritis is in my fingers. I have off and on bursitis in my shoulders. That's a pain in the butt, not literally, but goes from the shoulder to the whole forearm to the shoulder blade. Or scapula, if it's technical.
Chris Nealon says, well, hello. Wish I could stay. Dinner's coming out of the oven.
Well, thank you for teasing us, and thank you for being here, sir. One more cut right here, and then we'll get back to the tree. If I find the pilot hole in time.
He said he made his wife kitchen cacciatore.
That sounds right nice. But you know better than make the old Charlie man hungry while they're doing a live stream because they can't stick to it. How hard was it to kiss the Tory? See what I did there? Yeah, it was totally dumb, but that's what I do. Come on, Herb, that was funny.
It was, but I had a visitor in front of my face.
Will that visitor be Harry and named Joey?
Unfortunately, you gotta love him though.
Yeah.
Trying to hog my fan from me.
See how they are. I gotta say, so far I'm doing, I ain't gonna say so far because every time I point something out, I screw it up. But so far, since I replaced that vinyl, I'm doing better at staying on the line. So although it is fibrous, it's not catching on anything yet until the table starts deciding to rip. We'll see if we can find a pilot hole this month, and then we'll get going again. If anybody's watching for the first time, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Either I or Herb or somebody in the chat will probably be able to answer it. Because I am not the only brilliant genius here. I'm not arrogant. I'm trying to be funny. Come on now.
He is so rude. He is so arrogant.
Go ahead, Herb. I found the pilot hole, but it won't go through because the tip of the blade is trying to bend. Not a fan.
Can't be having been blades.
No, sir. I was so proud that I found the pilot hole that quick, too. Pisses me off. Oh, already went through that one. That's why it was so easy. I found a pilot hole in the blades in there. There we go.
Josh Grover goes, he gave this a compliment. He called us brilliant.
Yeah, sure. Well, I got to keep y'all here somehow. Free water for everybody. You just got to go get it. You're welcome.
Can I have some popcorn?
If you want to. In the cabinet above the stove.
Well, I figured since you're giving free water, I'd ask for popcorn instead.
Well, I do have a budget here, so we got the garden hose out there for the water, popcorn. You'd have to go, don't know how to help you, sir. I should have never been nice because I can't help everybody.
I know it. But that's all right. I got a bag over here in my stash.
But I will tell you, it is the finest water you can find, by God, from your nearest toilet. Probably should have mentioned that before y'all started drinking it, but yeah, that's what I do.
Bill wants to know, are you using a different mic today, Charles? Your voice is kind of distorted.
I don't know why it is, because no, I'm not using a different mic. That's just wonderful. Earlier, Bill, somebody said that they're having trouble hearing me over the saw. Is that what it is, or is my actual audio distorted? If it is, I can check and see if it's trying to come unplugged or something. The USB might plug into my laptop. Let me check. Y'all should be able to hear my beautiful voice while I do this. Maybe it is in, but I'm going to check the connections anyway, because that's how much I care about my folks watching. Alright. Let me mute for a second. I muted because I was blowing into the mic and I didn't want to deafen everybody. Well, that's weird. That's troubling too. I may need to get a new headset because with all that dang money I don't have. That's lovely. Just lovely. Oh. Why does all this crap happen when you don't have any money? We can blame Josh for me not having any more money. I had to buy frames, but he did me good price-wise, so I'm just giving him crap. That's what we do over here.
That's always the law of nature. Everything goes to heck in a handbasket and when you don't have money.
Yeah. And it's funny when you hear people say, why does my AC only go out when it's hot? Well, because that's the only time you're using your AC. Is it? Unless you're an idiot. Come on now, that's funny. You did too, Josh. You were twisting my arm like hell. I'm just giving you
I heard him screaming all the way to Fort Worth, Josh.
Yes. Well, Josh, if you hadn't been so good at making frames, I wouldn't be trying to get you to make more, mister. It's your fault that you're busy. Just saying. I have a weird way of complimenting people, I know. And they have a weird way of complimenting me.
I swear this cat is crazy. He's licking the cheese off the popcorn.
Josh, the way you specifically make frames, I wish you could make a video on it and show it to me. If it's something I can do with fence pickets, if I have something specific to watch, I might be able to follow it. But I'm not saying frames in general. The kind you make with the pickets is like I mean, with the barnwood, I'd like to see how you make those if you have a way of taping it, recording it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I even sent, and I'm not saying Josh didn't know this, but I sent Josh a little thing I made in Photoshop Pro of how I like barnwood frames. I mean, I'm sure there's other styles, but it's the way I like them. If it's at all possible for you to make a video of you making one, Josh, I'd love to see it.
The name of the show could be Picture Frames Are Easy by Josh Grover.
Huh? What did you say, Art?
I said the show could be Making Picture Frames Are Easy with Josh Grover.
Oh, okay. I guess once you get the premise down, it's easy. My problem is when I make frames, they're kind of rickety, and I don't know how to fix that. There's all kinds of comments went by. Josh Grover says, I'd have to think about how to make the video. Josh, just show every step on camera. That's pretty much how you make a video. I'm not trying to be a smart butt. Yeah, you can use your phone or whatever device you have to record with. Now, you probably know this, but the style I like is only for barnwood frames. The regular wood frames, you know, is a whole nother story. As you likely know. Looky there, I found the pilot hole within less than 30 seconds. Miracles do happen on the Sterling with Shirley show. Austin Man says, no money, yeah, most of my wood I get off my property to save money. Especially if you have a way of milling the wood. I'd be able to get plenty of wood from my parents, but most of it would be cedar, pecan, and mesquite. For those that don't know, pecan tree is the Texas state tree, is it not? Or is that mesquite? I think it's pecan.
It is pecan.
Yay. Yeah, pellets are another way you can get easy wood for frames. And whenever I'm making a non-barnwood style frame, I tend to use oak. I usually buy 1x2 strips of oak and use a router and grit, but it's been a long time. We're going to take another swig. If I'm being honest, I don't know how many more cuts I'm going to do because I am getting a little bit tired, but that's just because that's how I am. But I'll try to stick with it as long as I can. Maybe we can get a thing of in. Is my audio any better to anybody?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I checked all the connections and blew into the mic in case there was sawdust taped up in there or something. Some people might be upset because, they don't want to hear me. That's just always the mute function. Just saying. But to me, it's boring to watch. Scrolling alone, even if you love it, is hard to watch. But you got it with nobody talking. It's like, oh, I feel so low.
I'm sorry.
But we're still gonna buy.
I was trying to carry on 2 different conversations.
All right. No, that wasn't a guilt trip. It's just me explaining why I talk so much on my live stream. You're not in trouble, babe. Wonder if that Canadian color is ever going to come back. Does sound good here in Indiana. Josh Grover, I use maggots on my barn board before fitting. Also said, Lawrence, I don't use a corner jig or corner clamps. I use brads in the corners or regular frames. And the barnwood frames, I use screws on the larger frames. Alright. Yeah, I actually haven't taken the time to inspect his frames to see how they're put together. But they're solid. I like solid frames. I don't know what it is when I do frames, no matter how I put them together, they just seem to be a little rickety. And I don't know why. I'm not sure what kind of frame would look best for what I'm doing right now. You could probably get away with a normal frame or a barnwood frame. What do you think, Herb? It's up to you. There's no wrong answer. Unless you say fluorescent paint, that would be sticky. And you're muted if you're trying to talk there, Herb.
That other conversation.
Okay.
One of my girlfriends needed to chat for a minute.
All right. Does anybody have any feedback on what kind of frame you think would look best on this one? Would it be a barnwood frame or a regular frame or wood? Might get away with both, but I don't know.
Can't speak for everybody, but myself, I think a barnwood.
I tend to agree, but I done gave Josh all my money, so I can't afford to buy 2 more of these. So it'll sit in the pile for a while. All right, folks, I know this is random and it feels sudden, but I'm just, my energy level is crashing pretty hard, so I think what I'm going to do is end this live stream. I could end up doing a late night one, depends on what time I wake up and how motivated I am, but by God, I sure appreciate y'all being here. But in the chat, they're talking about miter corners and magnet for finding nails and stuff. Herb, I appreciate your assistance. John, I'm sorry we missed you, and I'm about to sneeze, so
Scroll on.
yeah, that's what he said. Appreciate everybody being here.
I'm sorry I didn't stick with it longer. But we'll be back. Ain't no telling when. But y'all be good, and much obliged for you being here.